Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for episode 22 of Tensei Shitara, Slime Datta Ken, or that time I was reincarnated as a slime. Sorry this is a day late, I've just kind of taken a while off of making videos because I've had some throat problems recently and recording tends to make it worse. So yeah, I'm finally trying to record again today, so I'm a day late on this one. But yeah, either way, I enjoyed the episode. I actually thought it was really good because I really like Ramiris. I think she was meant to be annoying, but I didn't find her annoying at all. In fact, I thought she was a really funny character. So I really liked her as a comedic character. But either way, let's start from the beginning before I get into all the Ramiris stuff, so I don't forget anything, because there's a bunch of things we learned and stuff, like usual. So either way, starting from the beginning, we have this recap that kind of, rather than just saying exactly what happened, more says what Rimuru's thinking. And this is going to be a weird compliment, but I really liked this recap. I thought it was a really good recap because it didn't just clip show us of things that have happened. It said what Rimuru is thinking, what his plan is, what he's going for, and the way they framed it, I thought it was a good recap. That's kind of the way recaps should be, rather than say a clip show type thing. But either way, so I liked that at the beginning of the episode. Then they enter the labyrinth. From there, there's a voice guiding them that's obviously screwing with them, and the voice sounded like Milim. At first I was like, if they were saying Nanoda, I would think it was Milim. But it's very familiar. I can't place it, but I feel like I've heard it a million times. So I'm going to have to look up the voice actress at some point. I forgot to do it. I'm like recording this right after watching and taking notes pretty much. So I didn't look it up, but they've had to have voiced like a million things I've heard, because that voice is so familiar. We see that they're being tested by fighting a robot. It's a Magisteel Golem, and Rimuru even says that it's stronger than the dragon he recently wrecked. So that thing was actually really powerful, despite it appearingly not being so. But it's beaten pretty easily using the Black Flame. And again, I like the way Rimuru took a little while. He didn't just immediately wreck it. He jumped around and dodged a little bit while he thought of different options and what would be the best way to handle this without catching anybody up in any attacks. So I thought that was really cool. That, of course, he wrecked it, but it wasn't as simple as just Mary Sue, I can wreck anything. It was more complex than that. It was, he had the ability to wreck it, but he had to think of the best way to do so. So I really liked that. Then we get introduced to one of the apparently 10, we've seen 4, but apparently 10 great demon lords, Ramiris of the Labyrinth. I loved her character. She seemed like she was supposed to be annoying, but I didn't think she was annoying at all. I found her hilarious the whole time. She did the like one punch thing when talking about Leon, I think it was. She also had the one joke where she was like, okay, so spit it out, when he stopped talking there for a second after offering her a deal. Then there was another one where her voice got super serious for a moment. So I loved, she had like a million different gags going on, and I kind of loved that. She was all over the place, constant, nonstop, and really funny. I usually don't like those types of designs. I don't know, I guess the fairy-ish type of designs I'm not as into as some of the other sort of fantasy races, I guess. But I really liked her design. I liked her personality and character. I liked everything about Ramiris. She's like a instant debut, one of my favorites already. She brings up that Demon is a demon lord of absurdity. And from there, Rimuru finally tells the kids that he's a slime. All their reactions to that were funny. One of my favorite things, because I said that I didn't think I would like Milim at all first. She seemed kind of fan servicey, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like this character. And then over the episodes we saw her, I absolutely fell in love with her, and I think Milim is maybe my favorite character. And I love one of the things we got here, more of Milim being amazing, just from a sentence that Ramiris says, where she's like, oh yeah, Milim showed up to brag about her new bestie. And I loved that so much, that Milim would just show up to this labyrinth for the first time in years just to brag about Rimuru being her bestie. I loved it. Milim is just the best character. She's so good. Ramiris' engineering is also cool. I already praised the design and the personality, but the way she was using spirits and different magical materials to turn the shell of the magic soldier that was thrown away after the project was abandoned, the way she was able to engineer that into the golem that's more powerful than a dragon was really, really cool. In addition to that, if she's a demon lord, she's probably really strong, but I just thought the concept of magical engineering here was really cool. Because I don't know how to best describe it. Because engineering in a fantasy setting can be cool if done right, but rather than just normal engineering, it was also incorporating the spirits as a central part of it. So again, I just thought the concept was really cool. Rimuru then tells everything to Ramiris, specifically mentioning in the narration that he left nothing out, he didn't hide a thing. She also brings up that she's all these other things. She is the queen of the spirits, which is who they've been looking for. She brings up that Leon also fell from grace just like she did, that he was a hero, but he wanted to summon a specific person. So this is where I think we get a glimpse into his character and who he is, because she said that he wanted to summon a specific person, and that he seemed to cry when she told him you can't just summon a specific person. So it seems like, for whatever reason, whether he was reincarnated or whether he was summoned, he ended up in this world. So from there, if he wants to summon a specific person, he must have somebody, whether a family member or a love interest or a best friend, he has somebody that he loves, and he can't stand spending all this time away from. He wants to bring them over to this world. And if he can't do it specifically, this might answer why he was summoning so many children, like the one girl that we saw get killed, or like the failed ones they had talked about, or like Shizu, why he was summoning people. If he can't send a specific person, he might as well just keep doing the summoning ritual and hope by chance he gets the right person. Or maybe by doing the summoning ritual over and over, he experiments on different ways of doing it that might let him locate a specific person. So actually this gives us a lot of insight into his character, where he's doing these evil things. Sure, we've seen that he's done some evil things, but at the same time, it makes sense that he's doing it out of love for somebody that he's trying to bring to this world. So it adds depth to his character just from that little explanation. Then Ramiris brings up that she can give divine protection to people. She brings up that the reason why Trainee said she knew the old Queen of Spirits but not the current one is because when the queen dies, like, they don't explain it fully, but from what I can guess from this, the logical explanation is that when the queen dies, she's reborn, but she gets to keep her memories of her past life. So she can retain her memories, which is really cool. When they get to where they're going to be summoning the spirits at to dwell in the kids, the actual dwelling, Rimuru brings up that it's like Veldora's cave. It has a lot of natural energy to it. So yeah, that's where we end. We do get a bit of an explanation. I don't want to speak on it too much because it's not highly explained here, but they need to summon a spirit, and the spirits have minds of their own, so they have to say, hey, do you want to dwell within this kid or not? And if they can't get anybody to dwell within the kids, they can make their own spirits. And I feel like they're going to probably do that, or even if they don't do that, that's going to come back as something important later on in the series, because why bring up that you can create your own if it's not going to be important at some point? Seems like a weird thing to bring up if it isn't important. They could have just been like, yeah, you gotta convince a spirit to join in them. So yeah, because of that, I think that's going to be important, even if they don't do it right away. And I think they might have to right away. I think maybe that's why it was brought up, but we'll see. So yeah, I thought the episode flew by. I thought it was so good. And I love Ramiris as a character. She's really, really funny and cool. So yeah, and I hope she shows up more too. I really, really like the character a lot. Like, she was non-stop entertaining. I kind of like that. Because one problem I find with shows is I always say I'd rather watch a bad show than a boring show. I guess that's the way I look at things, because even a bad show I can find something to like about it, even if I'm laughing at how bad it is. But if it's a boring show, no matter how good it is, what's the point if it's just not entertaining, even if it's like technically sound? Like, what's the point if it's not entertaining? So I guess that's one of the things I like about Ramiris, is that she was always nonstop doing or saying something, and so there was always something there. So, I don't know, I guess maybe that's part of what I liked about the character. Either way, I'd give this a 9 out of 10. I really, really enjoyed this one. 9 Dwellings of Spirits out of 10, I don't know. But I really enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. If you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of this episode yourself, and what you thought of my thoughts on it and all that. Subscribe for more. Tensei Shitara, Slime Datta Ken, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want, and I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel, or talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us on Discord about this series or anything else, then just ask and I can give you a link to the server. It's free and open for anyone. So yeah, that's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.